Hello and welcome to the Redmen TV and another edition of the Extra Time Show. It's been quite a week. I'm not going to be smug. Don't want to be smug. Let's be smug. We'll be smug for a lot of this episode. Liverpool beat Everton in the derby 1-0. Last minute goal from Sadio Mane. Or Sadio, as he was always known. The Liverpool fans before the game hosted a 21st party for the Everton fans because it's 21 years without a trophy. Got a picture of them here. Just absolute class, isn't it? Banter, it's funny. They've got the balloons. They were going nuts during the game. I was laughing my head off. And that's exactly what the derby's all about. Friendly rivalry, friendly banter. Before the game, also, you might have seen a picture of Fat Man Scoop walking the plank on his own. So I don't know what he's doing in Liverpool, but this isn't the first time he's been in Liverpool and met like a legend, because here he is meeting another legend. Your man there, before the beard, when I looked like a dweeb, fully aware of what I looked like without a beard, and I've had many a compliment since, and been called a prick many times, and we'll get to that later in the show. Yeah, the derby, great game. Good goal, the flair going onto the pitch. Steve Hoare, much like Dejan Lovren, was on fire on Twitter, and he posted this picture here of Lovren and the dead man, the Phenom. That's just Steve Hoare's nicknames. The Undertaker here. So just great feeling, great atmosphere. Even after the game, Twitter went nuts. John Cook posting a video of the lads in the boozer all singing about Everton, Mane scoring all around us. Merry Christmas, Everton. So the battle for Christmas was won, still milking it, and why not? It comes with once a year, and you know, hopefully Everton stay up so we get a few more derbies in the future. Lucas Leiva at the end of the game posted on Instagram, "Win the derby in the last minute. I just have one word to say, unlucky." So, what a guy. That's why he's a legend. 10 years at the club, still having banter like that. Sturridge, a lot of credit goes to Daniel Sturridge, because he come on, he took the shot off. If one man was going to do it, it would have been him. So when he gets the shot off, it's the post. And he went on Twitter and said, well done, boys, and well done, Sadio Mane, on your goal. Was nice to see. It was nice to be back. And Sadio Mane said, big win. Thank you to all the fans at LFC. So, yeah, what can we say? It was a great game. Good to win it last minute. And there it is. All the other content around the channel. Go and have a look at that. In other news, we had Johnny Vegas, cult comedy celebrity. I actually love Johnny Vegas. He said he met Steven Gerrard on a flight, I think, or a train. The moment you can't form a sentence and all you want to say is absolute legend, sir, I ain't worthy. This is not the first time Johnny Vegas has met a Scouse legend. A couple of years back, met me, didn't he? But I wasn't worthy. Great guy. Done a lot for the comedy scene as well, Johnny Vegas. And one of our, I don't know, he doesn't get as much credit as the Samuel L. Jacksons and Daniel Craigs, who are Liverpool fans. But who's your favourite Liverpool fan? I'll ask it at the end of the show. Moving on to the under-23s. As we know, there's a bit of a break and we are having friendlies. The likes of Trent Alexander-Arnold, Ovie Ejaria, Ben Woodburn, Joe Gomez, Shea Ojo all got game time against Chester this week in a 2-1 victory in which Cameron Brannigan, boom, stole the show with a decent goal, and we won 2-1. Don't really want to read too much into a friendly game, but I was asking who of the younger lads would you like to see go out on loan last week, and we had Aske say, I don't think we should be loaning out Ejaria, Grujic, and all that. The squad is already terribly thin. Channel is decent, credit to whatever that is. Yeah, so people not much faith in the squad at the minute with the likes of the injuries coming and Mane going, and so January doesn't look like a time where we'll be getting rid of many players. So who do you want to see us bring in? Sticking with the under-23s, there's like a break until the 9th of January, I think. So with 10 games to go in the league, here's the league table. Everton at the top, bloody hell, look at that. Man City, a couple of points above us, and we're doing well. We're still in with a win. We're still in with a chance of winning, should I say. We've also got the goals and stats for the team here. Harry Wilson getting the most game time, getting the most goals. Ben Woodburn, as you would imagine, is playing well as well. Sacco, Lennon, they're all getting game time. They're all playing well. we do imagine Saka will be leaving in January. But I would like to see Brooks Lennon going somewhere on loan. Let me know if you'd be up for that. Moving on to the under-18s, we played in the FA Youth Cup. And just like Liverpool always done, didn't make it easy for ourselves. We ended up going to penalties. We had a 2-2 draw, 3-3 after extra time, and we had a great big pole in our goal. Kamil Grabara, can he grab the bar? No puns. He become a hero, nothing like a great big pole in the goal to save the day. And he posted on Twitter, Kamil Grabara, Liverpool hero. Bit early for that yet, lad, but, you know, great save. And Tony Gomez, Camacho, Johnson and Masterson, they all put their pens away, but Jan Dander didn't. He missed, and he's making a habit of this. We've mentioned in a few shows before that, I don't know, he's missed a pen, but it was all about the keeper. He got the save, and Glenn McCauley, he clinched the match with the final pen in sudden death. So that's all good news. I asked about the keepers last week, and what did you think the problem was with Karius and Mignolet and things like that. We had Harry Daly. He said, why does Karius get all this hate? It honestly has to be the goalkeeping coach. It has to be. And Deadpool wrote, I don't know, Deadpool's a Liverpool fan. Who knew? He breaks the fourth wall, and Karius can't make a wall. Who knew? Karius will only fulfil his potential if we finally sack Achterberg. So I'm thinking this, if we're going to get rid of a goalkeeping coach, then who would you want in? I know Chris and Paul done a show about goalkeeping coaches. Would you like to see Oliver Kahn or Shilton or something like that? Because we're far too quick to say let's get rid of someone without knowing who we want to bring in. So let me know who you'd like to bring in for that. The loans, Danny Ward, keep it again. He got 6 points out of 6 in his 2 games, a clean sheet with a 1-0 win against Burton, and then they won 2-1 against Huddersfield. Couldn't really do much about the goal. Andre Wisdom, he's back in the starting lineup with a 3-0 win. Ryan Kent, he's been bright, good delivery, and he's always exciting, Ryan Kent. So I think he will be playing his way into a move. Alan, we're all a big fan of Alan. Alan! He has been frustrated at Hertha Berlin, but he got a game against RB Leipzig. They're like the Leicester of the Bundesliga, but they've got a lot more money and the high flight. I think they're joint top with Bayern Munich. He got a game against them, and he's got a game against Bayern Munich. So he's cutting it with the big boys at the top. So it's always nice to see that. He was composed in his game, and he's playing in that kind of defensive playmaker role, as it were, and technically very good and showing that he can tackle. So good news for him, and it's nice to see him playing against the top teams. Taiwo Awoniyi come on for half an hour and helped his team get an equaliser as they were 2-1 down, so that's good. Lloyd Jones played 90 minutes, Sam Hart got minutes, Fulton got a knock, and Markovic is out with a hip injury. That's not good. And as we were saying in the last one, with Bogdan coming back, and I think it was Jack Dunn coming back with injury, will Markovic be back at Melwood? Would we like to see Markovic acting as potential cover in January for Mane, if that is the case? I doubt they'd be getting rid of him. Flano was the only player on loan not to get any minutes, but he did post this on Twitter. Red, get in. And that's what you get from him. The transfer target of the week this week, I was going to do Julian Draxler, because there was talks of Klopp's mate going from Huddersfield to Wolfsburg, and I thought, yeah, we'll get Ricardo Rodriguez, we'll get Draxler, we'll give all them our shit players, and it'll be jobs are good. But he chose to stay at Huddersfield, and but Draxler is one man who looks like he's going. He's tall, he's left-footed, he's fast, he's German. He'd fit in really well. It could be the case that he might have an attitude problem because he's like a want-away player. But I don't know, seeing links that he was with going to PSG, so that's dead in the water. So I did read about a Brazilian, Thiago Maia, I think, according to a report in the Mirror. The Reds are one of 5 teams to sign the 19-year-old defensive midfielder. I doubt it. Here's a picture of him on Twitter. Looking all right, isn't he, with his beard there? Worth about 18 million euros. I don't know how much that's worth in the pound now, seeing as the pound's plummeted. He's powerful, he's left-footed, and I like to see a left-footed in. It balances the team, especially when you've got Milner and Coutinho cutting in all the while. He does like to take it forward, and one thing I've seen about Henderson's passing back accuracy, more like. This guy will run forward, and he's got a bit of skill about him, likes a back heel. I doubt there's any truth in this rumour. Why would we gamble on a 19-year-old from Brazil when we've got enough competition in midfield as it is? So don't think there's much going on there. But let me know who you would like to see in January. Finally, it's a quick show because we've got all the Christmas content coming up, and look forward to that. comments of the week, we had David Parkinson. I called Gary Neville and Phil Neville a pair of pricks, and he said, they're a pair of pricks, you're the biggest prick. I don't know if he's German, but the grammar police, Garrett 2 degrees, would have had a field day there, because he's got the you're right, but not the they're right, and then put a Z in. Heskey Lord put, Lewis is starting to become more of a lad. He was a bit of a prick at the start. Lord, yeah. Fair enough, Heskey's a fan of the show. Apparently he's a good mate of Paul's. And Elliot Banks said, I'm only here for the laughs and delusion, but that aside, I've got to say the content and setup of this channel is decent. Credit where it's due. Now, I don't know if he's talking about the channel as a whole, but I do think he's talking about this specific segment being the best ever. I agree with him. So questions to ask yourself this week. Of all Liverpool's famous fans, Brad Pitt, Samuel L. Jackson, Daniel Craig, Mike Myers, Johnny Vegas, who's your favourite and why? Achterberg, if we're getting rid of him as goalie coach, who would you want to get in? With Mane going, should we be swooping in for Draxler last minute? And what are your final thoughts of the derby? I'm not going to go on too much about like the negative aspects with regard to songs and things, because Paul's covered all that. But yeah, that's all for this week's show. Have a Merry Christmas. Make sure you like it and subscribe, thumb it, comment, get involved, and take it easy.